Hello my friends and welcome back to a new Let's Play series. We are playing Dungeons 4. I did play the third part of Dungeons already, which I really loved, and right when this version of the game was released, I immediately bought it and wanted to play it. I did finish the campaign on my German channel already, so if you happen to speak German, check out that channel. However, if you don't, then fear not. We are playing the campaign in English here. I'm playing it on the highest difficulty and I'm switching straight into the first mission, so let's go.
The last stand. Tanya set about destroying the last stand. Tanya set about destroying the last remaining heroes. Amongst others, her stepbrother Tristan. Once upon a time, long, long ago in, hell, well, you know the rest, the absolute evil had, in the fabulous predecessor to this game, taken over the entire overworld with its creatures. Now it spent its time on debauched parties and... Wait a minute. The entire overworld? No! One small village of indomitable heroes still held out against the invaders. The unamused evil was beside itself with rage. But all this was about to change once and for all, because the remote controlling evil sent its most vicious general into the field, the Dark Elf Thalya. Thalya, also known from the fabulous predecessor, came back from her vacation in a thoroughly good mood. Before that, she had defeated her foster father, the paladin Thanos. This fact is important to note. For this last remaining village of heroes was protected by none other than Tristan, foster son of Thanos and Thalya's stepbrother. This proud warrior in shining, his handsome heroic chest accentuating armor, was the last glimmer of hope for the forces of good. Thalya, who had fully embraced the dark side, couldn't wait to really kick her stepbrother's ass. And so our story begins. The last defenders of good were fighting for their survival. This seemed to be the perfect time for Tristan to make his appearance, the last mighty hero of the good races.
My brothers! In your eyes, I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished, when we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
And with those familiar-sounding words, Tristan charged into battle to the cheers of his men. The heroes of good had managed to capture some of the evil creatures. Nevertheless, it was more than questionable whether a few minor victories and a brilliant speech could do anything against the absolute evil's armies. A storm of darkness and gloom descended, heralding the arrival of Thalya, the absolute evil's general. This entrance not only panicked the defenders of good, but also seemed to strengthen the creatures of evil.
Hey, I'm back! Time to kick a little hero butt. Forward, creatures! Show me what you can do! Punch 'em smack dab in the mouth! Smash 'em in the face! Oh, and just as a precaution, get me my handbook of worn-out third-rate catchphrases. Ha-ha! If my eyes don't deceive me, that's my stupid stepbrother Tristan over there too, just waiting for me to lovingly put his head on a spear. Ha! Today is gonna be a good day.
Thalya seemed to be very sure of victory. Some might find this puzzling, as it was the beginning of a long new campaign. But okay. Maybe the rest of the missions are nothing but a string of debauched victory celebrations. Who knows?
Alrighty, here we are. Navigating Thalya.
A few pitiful opponents. I'm gonna massacre you. If I can just remember how that works again.
Fortunately, Talia's instincts took over at this point, something which wannabe pro gamers often refer to as auto-attack. Thalya also remembered that she had a few skills that she could invoke whenever she felt like it.
Oh, right! Boom! That's how it's done.
Okay. First mission is still pretty easy. I find it funny that she's doing 666 damage.
Hey, did someone actually cage my subordinates? Ah, forget that. I'm the only one who's allowed to do that. Time to bust these things open, pulverize them, nuke 'em!
Talia's mighty storm once again stood at her disposal.
For those who didn't notice yet, we are the evil and we are fighting the good creatures.
A cage was destroyed and creatures were freed. Thalya had freed all the creatures. Not to be outdone by her stepbrother, she too gave a brilliant speech.
Speech? Sure. Creatures! Time to punch the do-gooders right in the kisser! Forward! Punch them in the face, kick them in the shins, break their belt buckles so they trip on their pants!
Yes, very inspiring.
Alright, there are some undead creatures which will join our party. So basically there are three kind of creatures that fight for you. One of them is the Horde, the green ones.
Thalya had reached the center of battle. With another brilliant speech, she goaded her creatures on one more time.
Another speech? Oh. Ding dong, the hero's dead. That okay?
Honestly, I don't know if I can work with you like this. After Talia's words, the creatures surged forward and flocked to their linguistically under-talented leader, or would like to, but the defenses on the left and right flanks made progress impossible. Thalya had to destroy them in order to receive further support.
So maybe I should kill the healers first. That surely sounds like a plan. Yeah, just wanted to say there are three kind of creatures that fight for you. One of them are these green guys here, the Horde, which pretty much reminds us of Warcraft creatures. Then we've got some undead, and we have also some demons, which are yet to be found. This looks pretty demon-like. Let's see if we find some here. Yeah, they are
The hero's
demons.
left defensive flank could no longer withstand the breaching evil's creatures. Once again, Talia's fury descended to plunge the land into blackness.
Okay, let's heal up quick. Those snake guys are healers. And they're healing my orcs. These ones, like Muskeg. And for those who are unfamiliar with this game, starting with the second mission, you are going to build a dungeon underneath the earth. And yeah, it's basically a strategy game. You build the dungeon, create creatures, get some gold, and then get to the top and kill the good creatures.
The hero's defense collapsed on the right flank. The monstrous evil's creatures flocked to Thalya.
Excellent. I can always use more cannon fodder. I mean, loyal subordinates.
Oh, there's one left. There we go. So, and our task is to defeat Tristan, which is our brother, stepbrother, something along the lines, at least some kind of family.
Hasta la vista, hero boy.
So let's heal up again before fighting Tristan. Everyone's healed up, let's go. And there he is.
Thalya, stepsister! You dare to show your face here after killing our foster father?
Yeah. Is that a trick question? You can see I'm here. Thanos deserved what he got. And I thought to myself, hey, like father, like son.
You will pay for your deeds, sister. The light will protect me.
This guy is doing quite some damage. Whoopsie. And maybe I should run out of the void zones. Why are they fleeing?
Your army has just decreased in size due to death.
Oh, one out, one out, one out. And heal up.
Sister, turn from evil and come back to the side of good.
I'm afraid I'm going to die here.
The power of light.
With these words, Tristan was bathed in a golden light that seemed to protect him. As if that were not troublesome enough, a number of magical portals opened at the same time.
As if this wasn't dragging on way too long already. Can't we just jump straight to the point where I greedily take over the world? Forward, creatures! Smash the
Whoa,
portals!
that guy almost killed my healer.
Flatten that magic junk! Pull the plug!
My brothers! In your eyes, I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished. When we
Jesus Christ, I'm
abandon
going to die here.
and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
Oh, didn't you spout that same bullshit earlier? In exactly the same words.
No, not at all. I am known for my brilliant speeches, wicked stepsister.
I seem to remember that whenever you were supposed to speak in front of the class, we had to get a mop.
You'll pay for that. Onward, faithful! Destroy the evil!
It's kinda hard to see stuff here because of all those hints everywhere. So, last portal is about to fall. Great. And yet I'm still not sure if I can make this, because he still has, well, 75% of his health.
All the magical portals have been destroyed, and with them,
One out,
Tristan's
one out,
shield
one
went up in
out!
smoke.
One out faster.
That's the way I like it.
Ouch.
Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. I was just about to kick my stepbrother's butt.
Thalya once again summoned her fury. One of your creatures has bit the dust.
Sister, it doesn't have to end this way.
One
Join me.
out.
Together we can still save the world.
Oh, can't you just die and spare us all the embarrassing melodrama?
Okay, I made it.
Thalya, this isn't the end. We'll meet again.
With these words, Tristan quickly created a portal and threw himself through it with the last of his strength. The portal closed again behind him.
Treachery, fraud, cheater! This was supposed to be my victory! And what the hell kind of glove is that anyway? Looks to me like game design forgot to balance the thing properly.
Maybe the people in charge were still too captivated by your great speech. It brought tears to my eyes too, however, not of emotion.
As if the bird brains these evil creatures have needed grand speeches. A few skulls to bash in, and the social calendar for the evening is filled.
Well, each to their own. But apparently, Tristan had suffered a mishap, as the aforementioned magic glove still lay in the place where it was last used. It would seem that he had accidentally lost it.
Wonderful. This thing is just what I need. Très chic. I'll just grab that right away.
And so our story begins.
Alrighty, we finished the first mission, which is some kind of intro. The real game starts with the second mission. Let's continue and watch the cutscene real quick.
Tristan had managed to give Thalya the slip, but she had been able to capture his magic glove. The Gauntlet of Finitude, a fabled artifact. Unfortunately, UI overlays don't work in cutscenes, so Thalya couldn't read just exactly what the glove did. Nevertheless, she proudly presented it to the Absolute Evil in its form as the Dungeon Lord. And so misfortune took its course, because at the same time, Thalya wanted to demonstrate how loudly she could snap her fingers. But this snap, which would go down in the history books as the Dungeon Lord snap, unleashed horrific forces that were discharged into the Dungeon Lord himself. As Thalya rose to her feet, the gauntlet had disappeared, and the Dungeon Lord lay dying. Viewers often began to cry at this point, because it made them think back to the last really good superhero movie. Thalya mourned for about 5 seconds. Thalya had shattered the realms of good and served them onto the absolute evil on a silver platter, while it had actually done nothing at all. So Thalya now became the absolute ruler. She had no clue about how to rule, but more than made up for it with hubris and consistently ignoring glaring problems. In addition, she surrounded herself with a staff of incompetent advisors. What could possibly go wrong? 10 minutes later, Tristan had captured Thalya, locked her in a cage, and put the armies of absolute evil to flight. And so the story ends. We'll tell you how the story continues in overpriced microtransaction bites. Oh, wait, wrong script. That's a different developer. Hang in there, I've almost got it. While Thalya was ignominiously taken away, the unused essence of absolute evil continued to float through the ether. It wasn't about to admit defeat that easily, but for evil to triumph once again, it needed Thalya back, for better or for worse. And so the swirling essence of absolute evil set about commanding the perplexed-looking chaotic hordes and freeing Thalya.
And here we are. The absolute evil, which are we basically, just died, and Thalya got captured. And this is when the fun begins. We need to start building a dungeon, we need to free Thalya, and we need to kill our brother, I guess. All of this will happen in the next episodes. If you enjoyed watching this episode, please leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of Dungeons 4 in the future, make sure to subscribe. Until then, be well and take care. Bye bye.